when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you one thing though about the music in me is that all the music I've done has been off of the fact of respect. It's not like, oh, this is the hardest on the planet. Oh, he got all the bread, he paying for the features. My shit was always like the situation where I got a song with Mitchie Slick, right? I got a song with Mitchie Slick. I got that song from Mitchie Slick, that feature from Mitchie Slick through the word of Cocaine. Cocaine, they had a song together called Time's Gonna Change. It was one of my favorite songs at the time. I got it, Uncle Coke. I said, hey, man, get it, Mitchie, man. See how much it's going to, see what we can do, man, and all that. I was talking about us three being on the track and me possibly being able to get on because they doing something. He happened to be in the studio with Mitchie. He like, pass the phone to me, pass the phone to Mitchie, huh? You know what I'm saying? And so he like, bro, you ain't got to go through Coca, Uncle Coca, none of that. You just, you know what I'm saying, come at me. I sent him the track. He did it for free, sent it back. And that's how a lot of the work that I've done is, you know what I'm saying? It's always been off of the strength of respect, being out, knowing motherfuckers. That's why I say I'm the most known artist. Because when you say JReal the realest, you like, oh damn, the singer or the whoop-de-whoop and that. But if you go behind the scenes, man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm in the background of everything. I mean, the 7 to 7s, when Nipsey used to be at the 7 to 7s, when we used to be at the World on Wheel at the rolling rinks. I'm talking about back in the day at Leimert Park, Project Blow. I used to rap it, like, I've always been in the background, you know what I'm saying? But.
So, okay, from your perspective, what's the problem with the music scene in LA in terms of like people promoting each other? You hear this conversation going on, and a lot of people want to make it a gangbanging conversation. Is like dudes in LA are too burnt out on the gang shit. It becomes your entire personality. People don't want to hear that shit. And it seems very difficult to come up in this environment in which shit is so divided and people don't really want to see other people win. They look at everybody like they're trying to take a spot or whatever. Like, yeah. And
that's because it is. West Coast rap, West Coast gangster rap, or however you want to put it, was built on competition. That's what it was built on, you know? It was who got the hardest bars, who's got the, you know, we're talking about like Corrupt, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my, you know, it was Corrupt, and it was like from the South, it was Ludacris, then it was like Twisted, it was all about bars and competition, who's the hardest, X, Y, and Z. Now, it's about clout, it's about clicks. So, same context, different content. You know what I'm saying? Still the same drive for attention, still the same drive to be looked at as you doing more or better than somebody else, but now the driver is the clicks, the shares, the numbers and all this other type of shit, which in the inverse don't produce you no money.
No.
At least back then, you could come out the trunk, you could pull up to a swap meet
get some money
and get out the trunk, you know what I'm saying? And if you had enough to burn 500 copies, you could sell them bitches as $1 a piece and still, now with the streaming, with all of this, is like that. Like even right now, I'm doing music right now. I was just in the studio yesterday. Like I said, me and Pookie Farouk, me and Omar finna do another song. But I'm not doing music trying to be the next whatever. I'm 40 years old. I look like trying to, you know what I'm saying? But I look like trying to chase that dream. I ain't trying to be, you know, Drake or Kendrick or none of that. I love making music. I make good music, and over the years, I built a fan base. I enjoy doing this. I'm not gonna stop doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always make music. I'm working on movie scores. We're doing all types of shit. I'm gonna continue to put out singles, but in no way am I sitting up here like, this gonna be the one. This year, you know, this year, motherfuckers.
We going platinum
this year, we going platinum, because that's not the way it works, bro.
But it's kind of disappointing and hard to deal with the fact that even if you wrote that song that was like the best song you ever wrote, and it's just like, it's so unbelievably hard to even get attention on music, no matter what. I saw an interview with Peasy the other day from Detroit, and he had a big record that kind of went nuts on TikTok and everything like that, but he was talking about how it costs $250,000 to make a record blow up to the point where everybody will even acknowledge it, which is kind of harsh. You know?
I mean, you got between your songcast and all your little shit you got to fill out, your ASCAP, your BMIs, all this other shit you got going on, your streaming, your platform, your promotion, your marketing.
You got to pay no jumper for a promo post, you know?
Yeah, I'm saying, you got to do all of that shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's costing.
It's costing. So, and we
Josh at nojumper.com.
We realized this 15 years ago?
Yeah.
About 15 years ago is when you still start to really see the shift and change in the music from the indie. First, it was a big drive to go independent. Because in the 90s, labels have been since the 40s. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now we coming into a place where we talking about independence, we talking about, you know, building our own labels, and we got to see that type of shit within Rockefeller and So Def and, you know, St. Lunatic. We got to see individuals come into this music and do it. Like, damn, they do. But then they became the gatekeepers. And I'm not pointing out nobody specifically, but it's like, come on, man. Like, on the West Coast, bro, you ain't nobody unless Snoop say you somebody. If you on the East Coast, man, Jay got to co-sign you. If you in the South, somebody like Scarface, you know what I'm saying? Somebody on has to co-sign you. If not, then you on the younger side of it. You spitting all this gang shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you spitting about drugs and this and that.
But I'm gonna be real, even those OG cosigns don't really go as far as they used to go, because over the last 10 years, 15 years, I've seen Eminem cosign a bunch of different artists. Nobody gives a
Right.
no offense to y'all, but like, I've seen it. I've seen Eminem do songs with them.
Right.
Unless people really resonate with that artist, they don't give a
Not going. Yeah.
Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z did a whole goddamn album with Jay Electronica.
Right.
Nobody gives a
Nobody listening.
Shout out Jay Electronica, because like
that's my guy right there.
he had a moment where I was going crazy listening to his music and everything, but then for some reason there was like a 15-year break, and then Jay-Z does a whole album with him.
Same thing with
what's that really do with him?
Alchemist did with somebody,
He just did a song with like Davies or something.
He did a whole project with somebody. He produced a whole project for somebody.
Well, he did the new Mobb Deep project, but then also I think Freddie Gibbs, like he does a lot of shit with like a lot of those guys.
So I think there's like a fan base now that's like there's the hip hop purist fan base that just exists, but that's not.
It's like there's the drill genre, there's the hip hop purist genre, which is kind of like default producer is Alchemist. You got to at least touch those projects for people to really put it in that genre, you know.
And that's the kind of like licensing that I'm talking about. You got to come with the bag. You got to be able to get into those rooms with those people, and then people got to either your grease and palms or do it. I've been able, like I said, to get as far as I am, as far as my discography and all that, through just respect, through being in the room, through association, right? And me understanding that, okay, well, he ain't never, just like the shit we're gonna get into with the back on Vermont. I don't even call it. You know what I'm saying? But back on Bloodline or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to certain people not blocking or talking shit, it's like, bruh, the work speaks for itself. Nah, I don't. If I had $250,000, I wasn't dumping it. I would do something with my kids, or go to Georgia and buy 4 or 5 acres and put some prefabs on it.
For sure.
Like I'm not spending $250,000 so you could be riding around in your car singing my songs. That time has passed for me. That was in the 90s. That was when I really, we really sought this shit to be what it is. But you do got this new genre and generation of individuals who are not making music for music. They're making music to sustain their life. They want to make music because they don't want to have to worry about paying bills. They want to become famous because they want the attention that people get that are in that position. They ain't got shit to do with your love of music.
But if you're a rapper and you can even make $100,000 a year off of streaming and some touring shit and some merchandise, whatever, that means that you have a big ass fan base that is going to listen to everything you put out, because you need so many people listening to your shit to even be able to make like a decent living. You need to have a serious fan base that would basically make you the kind of person that has like, I don't know, 100,000 people who really give a about you or more. Shout out to Everything 420. It's like the Amazon for everything that you need to get lifted. Whatever your vibe is, their app makes it super easy for you to shop for your next sesh. Shipping is fast, the packaging is super low key, and they're always running deals. Tap into the app and use code NOJUMPER to get a little something off. Shout out to Everything 420.